a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead of say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Damn, it's already Tuesday. That's crazy. All right, let's get it. This look kind of cool.
In IT Specialist Simulator, you step into the shoes of a tech enthusiast facing real-world challenges every day.
Yeah, real world challenge, trying to figure out what theme to go with, right? Sure.
Diagnose network and system failures, repair, manage infrastructure, and make decisions that keep an entire company running. Your choices matter. Set priorities based on SLA agreements and climb the career ladder. From first-line support to high-level administration, or maybe leading the entire IT department. IT Specialist Simulator. Find out if you can handle a world where every second counts.
Fuck. This looks really cool. I really like how this looks. That's really cool. I love the idea behind that.
Greetings. Welcome to Atherton Labs' Experimental Biosolutions Division.
Fuck that.
Heteropida maxima are among the largest spiders in the world.
No shit.
Rather than using webs and waiting for prey, huntsmen stalk and chase it down. Their speed, agility, and unpredictable behavior make them formidable. Their prowling quickly turns to stalking when hearing prey run. If you ever encounter a huntsman, stay quiet and use distractions when possible. Forget everything and run. Fear the huntsman.
Astrian civilization is truly incredible.
Do
Oh, what
you
the hell?
realize that no one has set foot in this long-forgotten place in centuries?
You know you'll have us killed if we're captured, don't you?
Haren is the oldest city in Gakan, you know. Some say that it's eternal.
Be careful here. Not only is it dirty and abandoned, it's the haunt of all the city's lowlifes.
May the enlightened watch over you, my children. May the enlightened watch over you, my children.
Why the hell is Greedfall 2? Oh, it's Greedfall, I think, right? Greedfall. Hold on. Now I'm curious. How's it going, Nigel? We're probably going to only go till 10 today because I'm retarded and I can't read a piece of fucking paper. Greedfall. It is that. So why the hell did it go from a live action game to a fucking this dog shit? I did play the original Greedfall.
We need the financial backing of a nation or a wealthy patron to fund the journey back to Tifredi.
One thing is certain. They will both ask for something in return.
This looks like shit.
This tablet lists all the kings of the last Austrian dynasty.
No, that can't be true.
The whole continent is at risk of being plunged into an all-out war.
Protect the coffer.
Rather than being terrified or frightened by the transformation they experienced, they just saw it as a weapon of war.
We have to stop them from putting their insane plan into action.
New reign, preparing new companion. Ugh, gross. That's crazy. The original game was live action, but for whatever reason, that's turn-based. That's stupid. Damn, it's been so long since I've seen Bleach. Man, I was watching Bleach on Adult Swim whenever I was like 13 or 14. I remember that. I'd stay up late. Ooh. That's it? What kind of trailer was that? Oops. So, apparently, this game, Dispatch, has Jacksepticeye and Moist Critical voice acting in it. And I have seen the game played start to finish. It looks really good.
We've seen stories built around redemption arcs plenty of times before, and if I'm being honest, I'm a total sucker for them. A sarcastic baddie who, despite—
It's, see, this is Jacksepticeye's character. And, where is... The bat is Moist Critical.
their disdain for the law, gains enough empathy to save the day.
It's, the style of game is, it's like a live action game. Not live action, it's story based, where you get like the dialogue and you really don't do much in it.
What's not to like? After 8 episodes,
So mostly a movie.
surprising plot twists, and patience-testing puzzles, Dispatch has finished its own rumination on the topic, allowing me to take a more—
If you had trouble with the puzzles, lady, I don't know what to tell you. There's no reason this game should get anything less than a 9. Seriously. So many people played this game.
role in determining who, amongst its strong cast of charming superheroes, deserves a second chance.
That's what a human person would say.
It's fitting then that developer Ad Hoc Studio has similarly revived a style of video game I was worried was fading into the background, confidently injecting the interactive narrative genre with exciting new life. Dispatch takes place in a captivating, bizarre Los Angeles, where superpowered beings, aliens, demons, and all manner of extraordinary humanoids coexist with regular people. As you can imagine, not every gifted being is benevolent, and many choose or are forced into a life of villainy. To help manage the onslaught of supers roaming the streets, an organization called the SDN has stepped in, launching an insurance-type racket that allows citizens to pay for the privilege of a powerful watchdog.
Let SDN be your rock, so you can rock.
One of the aforementioned good guys is our discerning protagonist Robert Robertson, otherwise known as Mecha Man, whose heroic aspirations are dashed when a rogue explosive renders his suit useless. In the aftermath, he takes on the role of a call center worker at
It's a game. It's, like I said, it's one of those, it's kind of like Detroit Become Human, where you have to, like, you choose the dialogue options, which determines outcomes. But this one has more gameplay to it than I'm actually giving it credit for. This one really kind of redefines the genre, for sure.
Branch of the SDN. That's not all, though, as due to his lack of tenure,
This is Moist Critical's character. Shit.
At a small branch of the SDN. That's not all.
This is Moist Critical's character. He plays as a character. This is Jacksepticeye's character. These are both big-time YouTubers that actually voice-acted heroes in the show.
Though, as due to his lack
What's crazy is that if you choose to save her and keep her on the team, he becomes the bad guy, like as like a secondary secondary villain that you could later bring onto the team. And if you choose Moist Critical, you play with him the entire game, and you she becomes the bad guy. So like,
tenure, Robert is tasked with managing a group of barely reformed villains lovingly called the Z-Team, whose snarky attitudes and violent tendencies leave a lot to be desired. Across Dispatch's approximately 8-hour runtime, it's compelling to watch Robert grow in the wake of this sudden downgrade, experiencing the peaks and valleys of shift work.
God damn it, you threw my noodles away?
From start to finish, I found myself wholly invested in this plight, thanks to grounded, witty writing and heartfelt performances delivered by its sizable cast.
Clean this shit up.
Hey, losing all that weight don't make you better than us. Yeah. Chill out, Dad. I never had a dad.
Dispatch is split into 2 distinct parts. Most of the time, you'll be chatting through beautifully animated cutscenes, picking between amusing dialogue options and completing quick-time events like those seen in The Wolf Among Us or the Life is Strange series.
Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe we should have given more of a shot.
Certain decisions trigger a heart-pounding X-person remembered that notification at the top of the screen, which feels like a refreshing jolt of nostalgia in 2025.
Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting it to go straight.
Not every decision is as impactful as you might expect, and more often than not, my choices led to unique jokes or funny animations rather than game-shifting consequences.
Did you eat my lunch?
Crucially though, when the credits finally rolled, the ending I received felt true to my version of Robert. It says something that I'm keen to jump in again and see how other narrative branches pan out. The rest of your time is spent working at the SDN as a dispatcher, assigning superheroes to a variety of jobs. Using your mouse and your wits, you'll monitor a city map where hazard notifications periodically pop up with a timer alerting you to various situations the SDN needs to handle efficiently. Each hero under your command has a stat matrix, similar to that seen in Pokemon. As a job appears, you'll receive a description, with the goal being to match your best hero, or in some cases heroes, based on their stats and personality.
You know, people judge me when they first see me, but then they get to know me and they judge me even more.
You'll be told very soon after whether you've passed or failed, with success earning you experience points that can lead to a permanent stat boost for each hero. Failure, on the other hand, can lead to your heroes getting hurt, or worse, being taken out of commission for the shift.
That's on me.
Managing their individual skill sets as multiple clocks tick down in front of you is a surprisingly stressful task that compelled me to lock in. On top of stat boosts, the Z...
Man, you fucking need to play more games, lady. What the fuck? Let me guess, it's too stressful for your poor little heart.
Team can also earn special skills.
And you wonder why they don't make games for girls.
That impact how efficiently you
this
can
is
operate.
Like not even a game. If this stresses you out, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You in the wrong kind of work.
The superstar turned superhero Prism can use her powers of duplication to extend the timer on jobs, carving out precious moments to find a resolution. Elsewhere, Invisigal can use her lone wolf status to increase her speed if sent solo. All these moving parts compound over time and meld together well, creating a satisfying feedback loop that complements the complexity of the surrounding story without overwhelming you.
If you're trying to impress me, it's working.
Aspects like team morale, along with how you impact poignant story beats, shape how effectively the Z-Team will perform too. During one shift early in the series, the heroes are fighting against one another, hoping to avoid being cut from the team. This argumentative overtone bled into the dispatching minigame, with each member acting on their own accord rather than on my explicit orders.
I suppose it'll be an interesting shift.
While I was frustrated by this at first, hoping to overcome the challenge with my wits, these moments of disobedience did well to integrate the interactive segments into the overarching story, with ad hoc effectively conveying Robert's irritability by ensuring you feel it firsthand.
Oh my god. You do realize that sabotaging each other isn't going to guarantee you a spot on the team, right?
It's one thing to write an emotive character for me to play as, it's another to actually make me want to quit a job I don't really have in the exact way they do.
All Z-Team back to base and in the conference room in 20 minutes.
A secondary hacking minigame is also part of your day-to-day activities as Robert flexes the only superpower he has left, his mind. Here you'll roll a 3D object through a cybernetic maze as the clock ticks down, using directional inputs to forge a path forward to the end goal. On top of the clock, you'll also need to evade undulating antivirus orbs and transfer power sources between light blocks to unlock new paths. It can be overwhelming at times as the difficulty scales over the course of the 8 episodes, and muscling through these puzzles.
This shit was easy. I watched the streamer do it and I could figure, like, this is easy. I don't know why she's trying to make this harder than it actually is. This was so easy. Like, even the streamer that I watched, he didn't fuck it up once. And I was like going a little bit ahead of him, looking at it and solving it mentally, and I'm like, this is so easy. So, like, I don't know what the hell this lady's doing with her life.
Sticks out as
Seriously.
some of the least compelling moments in a game that is otherwise full of them, which is a shame.
Good week.
A shame? It's a game mechanic in a game, bitch. What you talking about? What?
Despite all the roadblocks,
It's like
they faced
saying that the hacking in fucking Bioshock is a shame that it's there. It makes the game whole. Like, it makes sense for them to have this because he is incredibly smart and he used to be Mecha Man, which is a fucking robot that he's putting back together throughout the entirety of the series. What? Bro, that actually kind of like, oh man, that makes me crash out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Like a parent going to bat for their misbehaving child. The Humans has been explored before across film and TV, but Dispatch often subverts expectations through a steady mix of dark humor and sincere interactions that kept me on my toes. For example, at one point, Robert and his team visit a villain bar, but the thing-like hero Golem is forced to sit outside due to their humongous size. At this point, I'd taken quite a dislike to them and their attitude, and yet watching them slumped on the gutter with their earbuds in made them appear more human and less rock monster. Just like that, a switch had flipped inside my head and I was putty in the palm of Ad Hoc's hands. What makes this redemption story so effective is how it portrays its villains as emotionally complicated souls who may have lost their way, rather than one-dimensional brutes. This empathetic lens makes it easy to peel back the layers of the group, no matter how horrible they're being or how petulant they seem.
When I first arrived on Earth, the ladies at the Nordstrom rack I worked at called me Dumpy due to my large posterior.
That's not to say every character is worth forgiving,
Jesus.
but instead, if you're willing to
That's
make a risky
awful.
dialogue choice, you may be rewarded with precious lore that could sway how you react in future situations, or what kind of ending you receive.
We don't kill people. We're the good guys.
That's a good guy answer.
All this drama is delivered through incredible vocal performances that bring Dispatch's most profound moments to life with finesse, from the main cast of heroes to the background characters as well. Laura Bailey's Invisigal masterfully dances between bratty and sincere, often encouraging me to break the
I am 95% sure, and I cannot be convinced otherwise. Actually, I'm 100% sure that character is supposed to be The Rock. I can't be convinced otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. That is supposed to be The Rock. How's it going, Chad? Nice to see you. We getting off early today, though, Chad. Getting off at 10. Got dum-dums from the apartments coming by.
rules with their flirty, if not threatening style.
I can do this all day.
That's gonna be tough, because Blazer sent me to get you like half an hour ago, so...
Erin Yvette, on the other hand, subtly switches between Blonde Blazer's heroic
You've been
prose
gone, you've been
and
MIA, man.
sharp
What's
precision.
the deal?
Okay, whatever that was. Listen, Robert. Jesus.
Holy.
Anyway, you talked to Chase.
Notably, Aaron Paul's Robert is more than just Hollywood stunt casting. He's a standout here, delivering a nuanced performance as a man struggling to hold on to his optimism while reconciling with who he is outside his giant mech suit.
I understand you're big, but you need to be considerate of the people around you.
You in trouble?
Have a seat.
A true spiritual successor to the Telltale games of the 2010s, Dispatch cleverly toes the line between TV show and video game, delivering on both halves in equal measure.
Can you just be normal for like a second?
Its cavalcade of multi-dimensional characters shines thanks to great writing further buffeted by a star-studded cast. The hands-on minigame of managing my superhero team from behind a desk is both a tense delight and a smart way to tie the conversations you have into the actual action.
If this is
With only the
anything
hacking puzzles
less
feeling
than a
like
9,
less than thrilling distraction.
we
An
don't
emotional
box.
roller coaster in all the right ways, Dispatch is a decision-packed adventure
Thank
that
you.
hones in on the hero
Goddamn.
behind the super.
Okay.
I'm only left with one question: how long until season 2? For more, check out our reviews
There
of
we
Where
go.
Winds Meet or Arc Raiders, and for everything else,
They gave Where Winds Meet a 6, boys. Fucking disgraceful. IGN.
Stick with.
What the fuck? Oh, well, we'll enjoy him while we got him. I actually really wanted to play this game. It's Deadpool VR, but we got a review, boys. I really wanted to play this. We need more Deadpool games. And not another fucking VR game. We need more Deadpool games in general. Oh, what if they did that? What if they did like, oh, even better. So, you know how they have the Wolverine game that's coming out? What if after the Wolverine game comes out, they make a Deadpool game, and then that comes out and everyone plays that, and then we have a Deadpool and Wolverine game? Wouldn't that be fucking lit?
Let's get going. For real.
Embodying Wade Wilson as you slice and shoot your way through Mojo's twisted interdimensional reality.
Hold on.
show is nothing short of a blast. This is the first Deadpool VR game built exclusively
Ghost
for
Rider?
MetaQuest 3 and 3S.
Is he riding with
This
Ghost
is the first
Rider? That's Ghost Rider.
Deadpool VR game built exclusively for MetaQuest 3 and 3S, and it's way more comprehensive than you might expect from what could have easily been a shallow licensed tie-in. It doesn't get old to see Deadpool's head roll off his shoulders mid-battle or watch your...
Is it the 25th Thanksgiving? No, it isn't. It isn't. Yeah, you should wish her happy birthday from the online stranger.
Severed arms flop around on the ground to the backdrop of a comedic one-liner.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
This is a relentlessly witty, often fourth-wall
what's your plans? You gotta do anything fun?
Player campaign that stands out as the best superhero
That
VR
looks
game
crazy.
since Batman.
Is that really a fucking mini
That
Deadpool?
stands out as the best superhero VR game since
You know that crazy motherfucker sees those bullets as people too.
It's Batman Arkham Shadow.
Coming through!
Yo, that looks crazy.
Whether you're a Deadpool fan looking to step into the murk with a mouth shoes, or just here for a good old-fashioned VR shooter with tons of secrets and a good sense of humor, Deadpool VR is surprisingly complete. The campaign takes roughly 10 hours to finish, but there are secret levels to find and alternate Deadpool variants like Lady Deadpool and the Deadpool Kid to unlock, each with unique dialogue and Easter eggs that could easily push your playtime much further.
Hey, Port, why are you tracking mud on my good name?
Portaled out of existence by Mojo with the promise of making money, like a lot of money, Deadpool sets out to capture villains from the Marvel Universe for the Tyrant's interdimensional streaming service.
If you refuse Mojo's edicts, things will not go well for you here.
This story's premise is delightfully silly and simple.
No, I didn't forget. I knew you were 13.
And each
I
villain's
just didn't know when
domain
your
is ripe
birthday
for
was.
themed
2
cherry
days,
picking.
huh?
The Ninja School
That's
level,
crazy,
for instance,
bro.
is packed with weeb gamer humor and anime references.
Totally my bad. I was confusing your Kikuko
Ooh,
with a different.
you gonna get a solo birthday, or you
While
gonna have to
Omega
share it
Red
with siblings?
Stronghold is full of, in Soviet Russia, game beats you type jokes.
See, in preparation for this mission, I binge-watched both of Yakov Smirnov's comedy specials and...
Quiet, you idiot!
Each area feels as much like an arena for combat with uniquely themed enemies as it does a playground for Deadpool to poke fun at the player, the game industry, virtual reality, and whatever tropes the respective zone represents.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, that's what I'm gonna do whenever if Chad sticks around till he turns 18, I'm gonna make him a fucking moderator, so that we ain't gotta see them ads no more. It'll be a happy day for Chad.
Potentially speaking. However, this is not the same chamber as before.
Oh, glad it's just the crushing hours and low wages of
you
video
and your
game artists,
cousin,
and
that
not a ding
sucks.
to my impeccable sense
I
of...
always hated that. Whenever, like, if I had 2 kids, I would let them celebrate their birthdays independently. I hate that families do that shit. It's so irritating. Bro, it ain't nothing worse than when it's your birthday and you having to share it with other people. The hell with that shit, man. You're an individual. It's your birthday, not theirs. It's yours. My mom never did that shit to me.
Direction.
None of these areas overstay their welcome, as you'll typically clear a zone in about an hour, and the campaign strikes a good balance between feeling substantial and staying fresh. The reality show framing isn't just window dressing either. Each battle ends with a ranked score and Mojo Bucks reward based on your performance, while your viewer count, basically experience points, ticks upward as comments roll in on the right side of the display that match how well you did. These segments are often hilarious because of how wild the comments are, genuinely making you feel like you're live streaming to a chaotic Gen Z audience watching Deadpool massacre his way through the Marvel Universe.
Ooh, look at her go. To a far, far better place, I'm sure.
Sweet! Someone made a shitty copy of Rez for Virtual and tricked you into buying an expensive headset to play it.
The combat is immediately arcadey, rather than going for deep VR immersion territory like Half-Life Alyx, which at one point, Deadpool VR gleefully mocks itself for not doing, in a very Deadpool-like manner.
Stuff to move with my hands. Finally making sense why this game is in VR now.
But for what it sets out to do, it feels way more thought through than most VR action games. The very first mission hands you dual pistols and katanas and shows you a nice big group of enemies to experiment on.
Today just isn't your day, is it?
That's what Deadpool VR is all about. Kinetic movement through dynamic environments, creative kills, and irreverent goofs. This implementation really does capture what makes the character work.
Ding.
You can wall run, double jump, grapple across arenas, strafe around opponents, or dive kick into clusters of enemies, and it all feels great without ever getting too easy or unbalanced. Plus, Deadpool can lose arms mid-combat or even his head or legs during key story moments, creating surprisingly interesting
Gandalf
segments
and a
where
hobbit.
you're fighting with one arm while waiting for the other to regenerate,
I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird?
or remotely controlling your body from your severed head's perspective.
It's like taking baby steps for the first time all over again.
It creates a layer of dynamism that Deadpool VR regularly riffs on in lowbrow fashion, including a memorable segment where, after losing the lower half of your body, you have to race a recurring antagonist up an obstacle course with nothing but a grappling gun.
Grapple to glory!
There are always a few tactical considerations at play, adding layers of variety to the regular carnage too. For example, blocking too many attacks can make your swords break, and your wrist grenades take a few seconds to refill between uses.
How's that for direct action?
At least your dual pistols are quick to reload and never run out of ammo, though they're kind of weak on their own. The real fun comes from grabbing superior weapons off enemies. That includes assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, grenade launchers, missile launchers, or even melee weapons like flaming swords, shock batons, and in one memorable instance, a chainsaw-bladed axe. All of them feel excellent to use and are so much fun to mix into your arsenal as you rip and tear across each arena.
Why don't you take a timeout for a little bit?
Additionally, it's awesome that you can buy new dual pistols and katanas with your mojo bucks between levels in the hub area, including useful variations like basic shotguns or penetrator pistols equipped with laser sights. Upgraded katanas include really fun ones that extend when you slash, or spin back to you like a boomerang when you throw them. In total, there are about 8 pistols, 8 wrist-mounted grenade types, and 8 katanas to mix and match between. No upgrade is too expensive or too difficult to earn, and the differences between each are significant enough to make playstyle customization feel robust.
No matter how much loot I get, I always have room for one more in the old pouches.
When you fill up your big money time meter, you can press the X button on the left controller to activate it, which puts an incredibly powerful weapon in your hands for a short period of time and increases your mojo dollar yield after the battle. The default option is the exploding cards wielded by Gambit, but there are other purchasable big money time abilities like Thor's Hammer and Star-Lord's Element Guns that add variety if you want to switch things up. The only real problem with combat is that the boss battles feel way too choreographed. Time slows down and you need to make specific moves in a row or else a cutscene will pull you out of VR entirely. That part is kind of jarring. Worse still, if you're executing one of those timed combat moves against a boss and you're not standing in the right spot, it can push you back to the quest lobby until you reposition yourself. It's not clear why this happens, and it feels like a bug that needs patching. Deadpool VR stays fun beyond the initial playthrough thanks to its alternate Deadpool variants and secret levels. When you replay zones as variants like the Deadpool Kid or Lady Deadpool, the gameplay itself doesn't change, but the way each variant reacts is appropriately silly and adds new flavor to familiar encounters.
No sprinkler system in here, sorry.
Deadpool Kid brings a cowboy twang to all his lines and in-jokes,
I'll be recycling you into horseshoes.
While Lady Deadpool constantly points out that NPCs still refer to her as Sir because the developers didn't re-record those lines in true meta fashion.
Wade. Shit.
It's actually Wanda, but since the misnaming/misgendering gag is getting old, I'll let it slide.
Each level also contains hidden doors aligned to specific Deadpool variants, meaning when you return as the correct character, you'll unlock secret levels with unique challenges or puzzles that reward extra mojo bucks and collectibles like comic books, music tracks, concept art, and weapon skins. It's a smart replayability hook that actually incentivizes multiple playthroughs.
Am I the only person that gets upset whenever you find a comic book cover in a game but you can't read the fucking thing? Am I the only person? Like, if you're gonna put a comic book cover in the game, at least put the whole damn thing. I wanna like flip through the pages and stuff, you know?
Rather than just padding out runtime.
Hell yeah!
Things like the multiple variants repeatedly contrast how seriously its characters, and Marvel Universe mythology as a whole, take themselves against the lewdness and unseriousness of Deadpool himself, shredding any pretense of urgency and making things go boom for shits and giggles.
Say, couldn't we have some music for this flashback? Maybe something by Aha?
The villain roster, pulling liberally from across the Marvel Universe with lesser-known fan favorites like Ultimo and Lady Deathstrike, helps enable a decent variety of levels. And the jokes are typically more three-dimensional than just playing off tropes.
You know I'm sensitive about my prodigious foot size and its implications about my manhood.
These are all well performed and serve Deadpool as a character, rather than forcing him to awkwardly traipse around trying to make sense of why the hell he's involving himself with all these random Marvel characters. It knows it's wacky and stupid, and that's part of the joke.
I know, right?
The sole issue with how the story is presented is that it does make you sit through long cutscenes and dialogue sequences with no way to skip them. Pressing A just gives you a big crossed out A decal on the screen, meaning you have to experience an entire level again, exposition and all, if you just want to go back and unlock a secret level with a new character. This can
sucks.
drag down Deadpool VR's pacing a bit, even when you're going through and experiencing new-ish dialogue with a new variant.
And I'll be back sooner than you can say 6 succubi sitting on Sister SETI.
Sexaby sexting on a sexy couch. Nailed it.
At least Neil Patrick Harris absolutely nails Deadpool's humor. He brings the perfect mix of snark, self-awareness, and chaotic energy that made playing as this version of Wade Wilson a genuine delight throughout the entire campaign.
What does ultimatum stand for again?
Underground, liberated, totally independent.
Just kidding, no one cares.
The supporting cast also has a mix of standouts and phone-ins. John Leguizamo's Mojo is fantastic, chewing scenery with the perfect amount of grotesque sleaze.
Who is this glorious bastard? He should be a star. I want to lay my eggs in his chest.
While Julia Jones's spiral falls flat with a delivery that feels uninspired.
You are infuriating.
Visually, Deadpool VR looks much better on Quest 3 than on Quest 3S. Performance was smooth overall across both platforms, but the cel-shaded graphical style just goes so much harder on the standard Quest 3. It's enjoyable to look at and listen to through and through regardless, even with all the chaos from combat making the Quest 3 work harder to render everything at 90 FPS, with vibrant colours, intricately detailed levels and characters, punchy weapons, and high-fidelity cartoon gore that pops.
And that is how we do it.
Deadpool VR has a variety of comfort options that are always nice to see too. Long-time VR users can go straight for the no-holds-barred VR hero experience, but there are also options for snap turning, comfort blinds, and no screen shake. And even if the most intense option is standard fare for you, the fact that the most visually intense sequences, like passenger shootouts in vehicles, are still entirely skippable if needed is appreciated. There's also a kid pool mode that removes as much vulgarity from Deadpool VR as it can, but that kind of defeats the point, doesn't it?
What did you say?
Oh my god, kidding. I was totally kidding.
Marvel's Deadpool VR adds to a growing roster of great licensed superhero games that help prove VR games can be more than shallow tie-ins. Its kinetic combat system is engaging for the entire 10-hour campaign, and the alternate Deadpool variants with genuinely funny, unique dialogue make replaying levels feel worthwhile rather than like padding.
Woo! The all-you-can-slay buffet!
As the default Deadpool, however, Neil Patrick Harris's performance delivers exactly what you'd hope for, and the reality show framing enhances the overall story rather than feeling gimmicky. If you're up for dark, lowbrow comedy and fourth-wall breaking meta humor, then this is easily the most complete and entertaining superhero VR experience since Batman Arkham Shadow. Just make sure you're playing on Quest 3 to get the most out of its vibrant visuals.
Yeah, I'll be sure to buy the $800 headset.
For more
enjoy
recent
this
action,
game.
check out...
No problem, guy. I got it. Sure. The fuck? Fuck no. All right. think that's everything. So apparently, they found a connection from the guy that tried to shoot Trump and grazed his ear to Charlie Kirk's assassin.
Assassin Thomas Crooks. Raising serious questions about whether federal agencies missed red flags before last year's shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania. The New York Post's Miranda Devine reporting that a source reviewed 17 social media accounts tied to Crooks, revealing an extensive online footprint the feds have not openly discussed. Crooks allegedly used they, them pronouns on the platform, posted years of violent rhetoric, and flipped from pro-Trump to openly anti-Trump in the months leading up to the attack. One former FBI agent telling Devine if they have investigated that kid, there's a record of it, and there's an assessment that some leader made that was not a threat, or it rose to a level and they did something else. New York Post columnist Miranda Devine joins us now. Miranda, welcome to you. Seems that you've got some pretty big findings here. What have your sources revealed to you?
Thanks, Sandra. Well, they've told us that there was actually a very large digital footprint left behind by 20-year-old Thomas Crooks, who was Donald Trump's would-be assassin last year in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's quite a different story to the one that Christopher Wray and his deputy Paula Bate told Congress just in a couple of weeks.
Did he get shot? What happened to this kid?
That assassination attempt. And we were sort of led to believe that Thomas Crooks was really a ghost, that there was no motive that could be ascertained from his online accounts. And yet a source has
he got shot and killed by Secret Service. Rip Bozo.
A lot of information from 17
good riddance to that worm
accounts that Thomas Crooks had. And they range from, Google Play.
Oh, is that him up there? There he is. Look at that.
That site you referenced before called DeviantArt, which is probably the biggest or one of the biggest hubs online for this sexual fetish called furries, where people dress up or fantasize about animal characters, cartoon characters that are sort of humanized. And so it's very bizarre, but we also saw that with Charlie Kirk's killer, alleged killer Tyler Robinson, who was also involved in this bizarre furry culture. So there's not a lot that my source discovered on those lines, but there was a little bit. The fact that this guy, Thomas Crooks, was interested in this furry site, spent a lot of time there, had various images that he liked and reposted, and also gave his pronouns as they, them. But I think the more important part is what the comments, his online comments from, he was very young, 15, 16, 17, show us about how he became increasingly violent and sort of radicalized against Democrats.
Really? Because he looks like a fucking it to me. If you could tell me this guy was an incel and I would believe you.
Was pro-Trump. And then in January of 2020, he flipped 180 degrees. Something happened to make him become rabidly anti-Trump. And again, his rhetoric took more and more of a violent turn.
You know what I love about they, them? Fuck your pronouns. You're a dead piece of shit now. Look at you.
And he started brushing up against, there was a neo-Nazi by the name, fake name probably, William Tepes, who started encouraging Crooks in more and more violent rhetoric. And then suddenly something happened in August of 2020, and he just disappeared online. Very unusual. And then, of course, in July of 2024, he fired off 8 shots from a rooftop at Donald Trump at that rally in Butler, killing Corey Comparatore, who was sitting behind Donald Trump, and badly injuring 2 other rally goers, and hitting Donald Trump in the ear. Only, by a miracle did Donald Trump not get killed that day.
Wow, and he certainly is unsatisfied with the
So they use the same app or site? I don't really give a shit about that. Hell. They probably all use Discord
President
too.
Trump is that he has been given about the circumstances that led up to that moment, that day. Here is the former FBI Deputy Director Paula Bay on Crook's social media. This was July 2024. Listen here.
There were over 700 comments posted from this account. Some of these comments, if ultimately attributable to the shooter, appear to reflect anti-Semitic and anti-immigration themes, to espouse political violence, and are described as extreme in nature.
So in your revelations, you say thanks to this enterprising source who uncovered Crook's hidden digital footprint, that we can see that he was misleading Congress by omission because he left out an entire section of Crook's online interactions from January to August of 2020, when he did that ideological backflip that you just described and went from rabidly pro-Trump to rabidly anti-Trump and then went dark, never seeming to post again. I mean, I look at the vastness of his online presence: YouTube, Snapchat, Venmo, Zelle, GroupMe, Discord, Google Play, Quizlet, Chess.com, Quora. I mean, he was everywhere. So what are your sources revealing about...
Bro was on Quizlet, but they probably don't even know what the fuck that is. Quizlet's what you use to fucking... You can look up answers to quizzes on that shit. The fuck? Well, we know that he was in college, at
what
least.
The former FBI director was sharing publicly to Congress in that moment.
Well, it really is inexplicable now that we see that evolution of Thomas Crooks from being pro-Trump to anti-Trump. It's inexplicable that Paula Bate would give only that first part of the trajectory for the would-be Trump assassin. And, you know, it just led Congress and led the public to think something different about Thomas Crooks than was the reality. I don't understand why Paula Bate would do that. And I think it would be good if Congress could bring him back and ask him why. I think the president and people close to him are understandably frustrated or unsatisfied. And I think the public is unsatisfied with the answers that we've been getting from the FBI, including in the, Donald Trump FBI. We would expect it under Joe Biden, I guess, but there's no reason now why Senator Ron Johnson has had to subpoena the current FBI under Director Kash Patel for more information about Thomas Crooks, about the autopsy, about other forensic evidence and documents.
That's crazy.
Okay, this one's going to be
That's crazy. Enough of that. So Hassan actually had a crash out for not being in the streamer awards. Let me tell you something. So, Hassan, you're not in the streamer awards because you're fucking you're schizo, man. And to be quite frank, I don't think he's a terrorist, but I personally think he is. I do. I just do. I don't know. That's just, it's just what I think he is. But the thing is that if you talk about politics a lot on Twitch, they don't really like you. I mean, that's evident by how little viewership you get from talking about politics.
Talk a little bit about the streamer.
I mean, hell, Asman doesn't even have ads on his stream because they don't want anything to do with Asman. To give you an idea, Asman sucks more money out of Twitch live streaming every year than he probably makes.
Awards, okay? We'll talk a little bit about this.
No streamer awards noms, Sag.
You know why you didn't get nominated. You know why.
Yeah, we weren't going to win anything, let's be real. 12K. How was the podcast? It was amazing. Probably the best podcast we've ever, probably one of the better podcast episodes we've done.
What the fuck? Is he high?
12K. How was the podcast? It was amazing. Probably the best podcast we've ever, probably one of the better podcast episodes.
Yeah, bro, he gotta be high. He's in China right now, so like, I really hope he's not high. Because if he's high and they find that shit on him in China, they are gonna fuck him in the ass.
No nomination, who cares, lol?
He's a fucking dweeb, but like, I don't want to see him get into a lot of trouble with China. He was in China. So apparently, he also crashed out about the fact that Asman has a lot of people that watch him in China because there are channels that are dedicated to taking what he says during his streams and putting them in Chinese and then re-uploading them on YouTube. Right? So they're like dubbed and they're subbed in Chinese. And they're not channels run by Asman. They're just people that like Asman and what he does. And they just repost stuff that's his, but they've dubbed it over. Or they've subbed it over. And tell me why in the first week, Hassan was in... Oh man, I can't think of the name of it. He was taking pictures of something. And the Chinese police saw a picture that was a meme. And they immediately made him stop streaming. And they looked at his phone to make sure that it wasn't rhetoric. But he wants to sit there and say that all the censorship that China has is Americans thinking that it's censorship. And it's like, bro, you just literally got pulled over. Tiananmen Square. That's what it was. He was in Tiananmen Square.
It's funny because it's like, this has been a relatively...
What's wrong with your hair?
Tumultuous year.
Yeah.
The more like mainstream recognition I receive as a political commentator,
Right.
the more
The more
angry
what?
and resentful other political
What's going
commentators
on with this fucking... Bro, what are you doing? Why is he acting that way?
adjacent people get, and the more they
He better not be thinking about me. I don't care you have an article written about you. Why do I give a fuck about that? He better not be thinking this is about me. I don't care. It's fine. It's good content for me. I don't care.
fucking do smear campaigns, and the
smear
more
campaign. Oh god.
separated and connected I feel from the
You've gone on smear campaigns against so many people. Like, this is what you get.
community. Someone got nominated who does political content, so it is what it is.
Yeah. That's true.
Except XQC, who
doesn't do political content. And you
He
know
doesn't.
this. You know he doesn't do political content.
He doesn't do
You
political.
know he doesn't. Wait, what are we talking about here?
literally live streamed with the president.
Oh God. So doing one, and by the way, this was
Over
the
his
extent
buddy.
of XQC's live
Who's
stream
his
with Trump.
buddy? Oh, you mean
Okay, that was it. That was the whole thing.
Aya,
Current
the dog that we haven't seen in
But I guess
months.
he's not considered a political streamer because
That's not his entirety of his content. And him being on Aiden's stream while Aiden interviewed Donald Trump for 5 minutes is not equivalent to you spending hours every single day doing politics. That's correct. These two things are not equivalent to each other. Yes.
Damn, well there it is.
And Aiden Ross.
Who also wasn't nominated, by the way.
On Kick.
Who was not nominated.
Dog Shot Collar will be nominating him next year.
I don't think.
Yo, if Asman actually, because Asman was talking about making like a game awards or like a nomination for streamers and stuff. If he does that shit, he has to do it, bro. He has to.
He has an issue with XQC in the same way that they have an issue with me.
I wonder why.
You didn't have a whole live stream with Trump like Aiden Ross did. Maybe top influencers in the rep beyond vote. And Aiden Ross has so many streams with Nick Fuentes, who's an actual Nazi and anti-America. Yeah, I mean XQC.
XQC what?
XQC literally streamed with Donald Trump, and I don't think AT&T has any problems with XQC. AT&T literally blacklisted me. AT&T likes XQC.
Yeah, duh. You think streaming with the president for like a day or like a few hours is the same as
It? You did back a terrorist organization, by the way. Like, let's not even like sugarcoat this. You backed a terrorist organization, you dweeb. What the fuck do you think was gonna happen? And then you doubled down and died on the hill. I wouldn't want you anywhere near my company either.
making political content every day?
He streamed with Donald Trump.
Jesus.
That in and of itself is a perfect example of this.
I don't understand this at all. It's crazy. And yeah, what is this? And it's nuts. Of course, obviously, XQC isn't a political creator. How do you even say this? Like, what do you mean? Cutie Cinderella on why problematic streamers weren't nominated. Okay, so here we go.
I know why they weren't nominated, because they're problematic. Who'd have thought that the problematic... She has the same hoodie? Who'd have thought that then the problematic streamers didn't get nominated because they're fucking problematic? Who'd have thought? Man, holy shit. Revolutionary. Come on.
Somebody said, are problematic people blackballed from getting nominated? No. They've just never nominated. Turns out their audience doesn't show up. I think when people have like a crazy audience or whatever, you know, I don't see Jack Doherty's audience voting for him. I just
doesn't have one.
I just don't. They just don't show up. I don't know. I wish I could. It is always funny. Audiences will complain every year that they weren't nominated, and then like not do nominations on stream or not tweet about it or not like ask their audience to vote for them or nothing. They'll give nothing. They give nothing. You know, it's like you do have to log in with a Twitch account. And you have to fill it out, which I know some people's viewers don't have.
She's trying to insinuate that they're viewbotting.
I won't say the quiet part out loud.
It's clearly what she's doing.
Somebody said...
she's trying to insinuate they're viewbotters. So, here's the thing. You're lying. You know you're lying. Everybody knows you're lying. If you are not lying... I think this is what my assertion is. I think that you have exercised editorial control and you have picked the nominees not completely from fan voting, but from your own opinions and to keep the show brand friendly. I think that the priority for the show is to make sure that the show gets as many viewers as possible and maintains as many sponsors as possible. I think that's what happened. And I am willing to bet $100,000 on it. Invite me next year to watch the voting, and if the people that get voted on actually are the ones that get nominated, I will donate $100,000 to the charity of your choice. That is how certain I am that you're lying.
God damn, he's not fucking around, bro. Jesus. Oh, bro, he's calling that shit out hardcore. Fuck.
Go ahead. So we'll see what happens.
Just to give you an idea of why he's saying that, Asmongold is the most watched stream on Twitch right now. And you know why he's the most watched stream? It's because he's live every fucking day with 50,000 viewers. That's why. He knows better than anybody how Twitch works. He's been here longer than the current CEO of Twitch.
Surely they would take it up. Surely they would take it up with me, right? Of course. And I think it's so obvious. It's so obvious they're lying. Like, anybody could tell this. Anybody could know this. And, I mean, you'll be watching. They won't do it. Of course, right? And then you'd have the actual nominees. That's my whole point. And so, yeah, it could be a million. So it wouldn't happen. Well, and again, maybe they'll take me up on it. Maybe they'll, like kind of, never mind towards the end, right? And but, yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the way, the charity she chose is my Cash App or whatever she wants, right? Yeah, I 100K to any charity you want. If you think that if I get to watch the voting happen, if you give me back-end access to the voting and I can watch the number go up, and then you can tell me that the nominations were completely organic, I think it's not true. I think you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Sorry. And it's like...
He literally just said he would give her $100,000 if she gave him access to that. It doesn't even have to be charity. Let that sink in. Just $100,000 that he's willing to throw around like it's nothing.
And there's a lot of these, like, for example, like, and here's some of the reasons why I think it's not true. It's that you have somebody like Hassan. Hassan has been nominated every single year for multiple awards, multiple times. And this time, he wasn't even nominated for League of Their Own, which really, Hassan is one of the only people on the platform that does political content. And he was one of the first people besides Destiny that really made it his primary content. And you're telling me that he didn't even get nominated for that? He didn't get nominated for that, the League of Their Own? There was nothing that he got nominated for at all? Are you going to insinuate that Hassan was viewbotting too?
And keep this in mind. He doesn't even fucking care that he wasn't nominated for shit. The most watched content creator on the platform. He doesn't even give a fuck about himself. Let that sink in. He's willing to throw $100K around just to make sure this shit's legit. And they're never going to take him up on that offer.
This is your friend. So very clearly you're not going to do that. So explain the dissonance there. Explain why that didn't happen. And you also have all these other streamers, oh, well, we're not going to put people in multiple categories from last year, and now you're doing it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think you're lying. I think you're bullshitting. And that's it. And so why wouldn't they be there? Well, the reason why is that I think they take certain creative liberties, and they take certain basically editorial decisions to remove, suppress, and not include certain people in the voting. I think that's what happens. And I am so certain that I will bet $100,000 on it.
Bro, Asmon is so based. Asmon is the G, man.
That's what I think.
You too.
It's obvious. It's obvious. Everybody can see it.
Yeah, no, it is. It's completely obvious. No, it's Garbo. What is this?
Woke Goblin Analysis. What is this?
Why is everything so quiet?
Woke goblins are one of the most irritating character builds in the earth.
Look at him! Oh God! What is that on her nose? You got the little...
Wait, what is that? Oh, those glasses?
Pokey thing on your nose.
No, it isn't glasses. What the fuck is that? Is that a piercing? Bro, what is that?
What is that on her nose? You got the little pokey thing on your nose.
This is how it's irritating.
Oh God, look at this. I need my meds.
Completely ruining the game. So we all know that woke goblins love to support the most popular clan for
They
a
sure
plus
do.
30 virtue boost. A new playstyle for this role has been leaked.
Phase fatherless.
Freak Bob.
Man.
Woke goblins have been caught using
Freak
a
Bob.
multi-clan glitch where they join
Bro,
the
I love... You have no idea how happy I am that Trump solved that crap with Palestine and Israel. Because now these stupid fucks can't have that shit because it's solved. There's no war in Gaza. There's no war over there anywhere. Now they have to find something else to bitch about. It's great.
Using a multi-clan glitch where they join
And what's crazy is that you do know that if you are queer in Palestine, Israel, or Gaza, they fucking kill you. Mercilessly. They will hunt you down to kill you. What the fuck are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing?
Caught using a multi-clan glitch
It's so
where they join
stupid.
the Palestine clan and the LGTB clan.
LGTB?
This allows
those are really good
goblins
ones.
to farm purpose points, double rates.
Oh yeah, wow.
But here's the thing, if LGTB players equipped their flag in Palestine, they'd probably get sent straight back to the lobby.
To the
GG.
lobby?
Good luck and have fun.
Take the El Bozo. Oh my God, these are good. These videos are so fucking funny to me. I love them.
The Manchester server is now a fully active PvP zone, so everyone knows that the centre of the
who
Manchester
made
POI,
these?
Crackadilly Gardens, is the main
Crackadilly Gardens? Are those the Crackadillians?
But here's the thing,
Okay, that guy kind of looks like me. Commander Crack?
are not
Who is this guy? Oh my God.
Bro, Who edited this? This is legendary. I gotta find this guy.
Anymore, because recently a new player class has spawned in the gardens and it's completely taken over the game. The VPN player. These players use a VPN to server hop into the UK servers.
Wait, you're telling me they just show up?
Servers and then free roam in the main POI.
Hey, what the hell is
VPN
this?
Players are becoming increasingly more aggressive to normal passive players, and it seems like the server mods don't
They
care.
don't even care.
These players
They're not
also
banning
tend
from the
to
server?
work in massive clans. Solo is not advised. Good luck and have fun.
Oh my god. Holy fucking shit. VPN players. I guess that's what you get, man. I love these RuneScape videos of the EU. Is it really that bad? So I always say the EU. I mean the UK. Yeah, why don't they just put them in jail? It's racist to put them in jail? Oh!
And they pulled the same bullshit that America was doing. Oh, America was doing for a while.
We got the Venezuela expansion.
Oh, that's right. The Venezuela expansion. Boys, we might be going to war with Venezuela. I mean, we might be bombing Venezuela, and then they may be arbitrarily changing hands really quickly. Because let's be honest, if the United States president wants your ass dead, it doesn't really matter who's in charge. I know that we have the Tangerine Warlord right now, but if anyone else was in fucking charge, it wouldn't really matter what you think or feel. If they want you to change hands, well, guess what you're going to probably be doing?
Has now entered the Caribbean Sea. The U.S. Navy making that announcement a short time ago. The USS Gerald Ford is set to join major military exercises that are scheduled to begin today off the coast of Venezuela. The U.S. has already put more than a dozen warships.
To give you an idea why this is happening, the drug boats that Trump has been completely brutalizing or bombing that have been transporting fentanyl to the American border are supposedly coming from Venezuela. So there's a good chance we're probably going to end up bombing the shit out of Venezuela.
And 15,000 troops in the region as tensions with Venezuela continue to rise. We've got full coverage for you. CNN senior reporter.
This isn't going to be a war. This is going to be a fucking genocide if this is the case. Like, you've got a bunch of paramilitary militia that think that they can go one-to-one with the U.S. military and the U.S. Navy. They're going to lose. It's going to be terrible for them.
Is in Florida, where the president is spending the weekend. We're hearing from the Secretary
Exercises, yeah.
of the Army today. What is he saying about Venezuela?
Well, Frederica, there have been weeks of threats from President Trump as the U.S. has been amassing resources in the region. And the president's administration...
Bro, like, how many resources are in the area around Venezuela? Like, bro, just do yourself a favor. Just change hands. You'll spare so many people's lives if you just do that. You're obviously not running the country the way you should be, because you've got the entire country being ran by drug traders and cartel and small militia. Just change hands. And if there's anybody in the government, their government, that's being blackmailed, then they need to remove those people from power and kill the blackmailers. That's how you solve that problem. A total systematic annihilation of the threat. Because if you don't, the President of the United States most definitely will.
Has launched at least 20 strikes on alleged drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean since September. President Trump himself has said that he has authorized the CIA to operate in Venezuela. And
there is a good chance that once we're done with Venezuela, Trump is probably going to be doing the same thing with Mexico. It's not out of the question. He's got this is only his first year in office, and the content president has already pretty much waged war on Venezuela and probably going to take on Mexico next. Trust me, like, I've already had that in the back of the think tank. Don't worry about it.
Understand, according to reporting from our
probably
sources,
next.
that the president has been briefed a number of times in recent days, at least 3 times last week.
Also, there's a good chance that either today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, they will be voting on the Epstein files again. So we might actually be seeing the full Epstein files within this week.
On a range of options to move forward. That includes the possibility of airstrikes on military or government facilities in Venezuela.
That's going to be crazy if that happens.
Because that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be ground troops. It's going to be like airstrikes. Like, why waste American lives on something as foolish as this? Just strike them from the air. They don't have the Air Force like we do. We've got the most advanced military in the world because of our economy. Like, the only reason why we're even wheeling and dealing with Putin is because he's got nukes. Like, just submit to the US, bro. Like, seriously, if you got a problem and you know you got a problem and you're defending these cartel people, you shouldn't be running. You shouldn't. Because from what I understand is that the Venezuelan government gets their political power because the militia and the cartel fund their entire campaign, and then they become in political power, and then once that happens, they protect it, the cartel and the small militia, just like what Mexico's doing right now.
As well as drug trafficking routes, as well as what could be a more direct attempt
I don't think they should do that. I think they should just figure out who the cartel members are and who the leaders in the government are, just blow them up. Like, there's no reason to drag the military into this. Because, like, we're going to have relations with Venezuela after this. So, like, the least amount of conflict that you can have, the better. Because it lowers the probability that you're going to have problems with the country in the future.
We won't have problems with them even if we did do a full-scale invasion. You know why? Because we'd probably completely take the goddamn country over. Like, Venezuela is just it's a drop in the bucket compared to the United States military. Like I said, if the president wants you dead, as long as you don't have nukes, you're probably going to die. We have the most advanced military in the world. There is technology that they own that we will never hear about. Like, there are probably guns that go based off of, like, no ammunition, like, energy cartridges that we're not even aware of yet. There's just no way. I'm sorry, dude.
Like, that's it. That's my advice, right? Like, it's better to blow up a few guys than a bunch of them. Especially whenever the bunch of the guys are just following orders. They're just doing what they're told, right? It's the few guys who are the ones that are really the ones that are, making decisions.
Oust the country's president, Nicolas Maduro. The president told reporters Friday that he'd made up his mind, sort of, but declined to provide specifics. Now, experts have described this military buildup in the region as significant. As you mentioned, we have learned that the USS Gerald R. Ford, that is the nation's largest aircraft carrier, has arrived in the Caribbean Sea as of today. Separately, there are roughly 15,000 military personnel on the ground. 10 F-35 fighter jets, as well as more than a dozen warships in the region. And we heard from Army Secretary Dan Driscoll a short while ago about the plans. Listen.
I think that the President and Secretary of War have spent a lot of time thinking about what is the best thing they can do for the American people. And I can speak from the Army's perspective, which is we have a lot of training in that part of the world. We're reactivating our jungle school in Panama. We would be ready to act on whatever the President and Secretary of War needed.
But no orders beyond these exercises at this point.
We don't talk about those kinds of things.
Well,
but,
what do you think? He's just going to go and explore? Like, I mean, why do you even ask them? Why do you even ask this? Like, so what's the...
So when are you going to attack Venezuela? Do you know what kind of missiles you're going to use?
Military's plan for dealing with this country? What are they going to do?
Fucking bunch of idiots, man.
Now, I want to get into the why here. Of course, officially, the Trump administration is going after drug trafficking operations in Venezuela, but regime change could be a side effect of that.
He's cooked. Like, that guy is cooked. I'm sorry. It's so obvious he's cooked.
Right?
And efforts to oust Maduro have proven elusive to so many administrations, including the president's first term.
Fuck that. We have no intel on the cartel's main headquarters. An excuse for war is crazy. Might as well say they have weapons of mass destruction. If we don't have intel on where the cartels are, I want my money back from the military.
Amen. You mean to tell me that you have all this fucking money and you have no intel on the locations of these people? I want my money back too. Shit.
I want it back. If we can't figure out some rinky-dink South American paramilitary organization and where they're at after $1 trillion, I want my money back.
Fucking A-right. Like, come on, they're not even full military. They're fucking militia. They have no military. It's all paramilitary.
Yeah, I want a refund. Yeah, I want my Doge dividend for the $1 trillion in my pocket.
If Trump ousted Maduro, that could allow him to claim some major wins. Of course, getting a strong man out and potentially an elected leader in, the possibility of enhanced collaboration on drug trafficking and migration flows, as well as potential deals in oil. Of course, all of this carries very high risks, and that is something that the president is now weighing, Frederica.
Okay. Betsy Klein.
Can you classify fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction? I mean, it's clearly not. I mean, it's really bad, but it's not a weapon of mass destruction. I think it's
let
crazy.
us know more as you learn it.
Yeah.
With me now is global affairs analyst Kim Dozier. Welcome. Good to see you. So taking all of those alleged drug boats out and now doing these military exercises in the region. Is this a prelude for something more in terms of U.S. military involvement in or on Venezuela?
What the hell do you think, lady? Come on. Fucking. First it was, so when you guys plan on attacking? What do you guys plan on using? And now it's this? Like, come on. What do you think? No, we just put the whole goddamn warship over there so it can sit there and look pretty. What the fuck? Holy fuck, these are the people running the media? Bro, we're cooked. We're done. That's all I can say. We're fucked, man. Bro, CNN needs to get its shit together.
It certainly looks like that. What you see is a collection of forces, the kind that you would put together if you're going to do a series of airstrikes and strikes from those naval vessels on various targets across Venezuela. Most likely military targets, police targets, anything that would get in the way of Maduro being knocked out of power and possibly the opposition leader taking power.
Well, just imagine how big that fucking American flag is up there. Like, that fucking flag's gotta be as big as this right here. This is huge. This is a massive ship, dude. Like, that flag has to be at least what, like... Man, I gotta Google it. How big are the American flags that they fly on warships? Or, Navy... Oh, fuck. How big is the flag that they fly on the U.S. Moderna? What? I was like, It could be like 17 feet long, so that's almost as big as a basketball court. It's a fucking huge flag.
That would challenge a successor's power. Also, possibly, they could just go after the drug cartels and various targets like that.
That's what they should do. They should just go after them. Like, I mean, that's the easy thing. That's what I would say.
Give Trump a little bit more maneuverability.
So, like, what's crazy to me is whenever we would put the flag up in the morning and take it down, we were told that, like, we would get our ass chewed out if that flag hit the ground, bro. I kid you not. We would get our ass chewed the fuck out. Like, it was bad. So, like, how the fuck do you even fold a flag like that if it's not allowed to hit the ground? How's that even possible?
Because then he wouldn't be locked into a confrontation with Maduro.
Maybe that's just a firefighter thing? I don't know.
So if the U.S. were, if the ambition was to take out Maduro, that would mean that a U.S., whether it be a political or military planning, would know who the successor might be. Is the U.S. that far
Hopefully
along?
somebody who doesn't have one hand in their fucking in a pile of drugs and the other up their ass. Hopefully, that's what you would hope, right?
This kind of planning?
If they're not, I want my money back. I say it again. If they're not on top of this, proactive, I want my money back. Like, you really, like, you really didn't think this out? It's embarrassing.
I think what we'll be able to tell what their goal is by what they choose to target. Now, they could just be putting the pressure on the Maduro regime with this huge show of force to try to get the various elements of the military to consider taking him out or replacing him. Maduro has already had to put down...
It's better if they do it themselves.
I was just about to say the best thing that he could do is step out of power and let somebody else take it. Because I'm going to tell you right now is that if you don't have any power, you're in a good position to not die. Because they're going to do the same thing that they did, I think it was in Israel, where they bombed that apartment and left the little fucking pinhole in that bitch and killed like 7 leaders or something like that. It was crazy. The best thing that he could do is step out of power and just walk away. Because that's what I'd be doing right there. I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Peace. Nuh-uh. I ain't dying for this.
Coups during
Why don't they just bomb Maduro's house? Probably because they don't want to do that yet. I mean, like, I think that would Trump do that? Yeah, 100% he'd do that. Absolutely.
Well, he would do it, but he's going to give this guy more than enough time to determine what he's going to do. The thing is that he keeps wanting to die on this hill, but hopefully it stays metaphorical and not literal, because he will die.
Would not even question. He would do that and then talk shit about how he was dying, right? He would do that, no problem. But I don't think that's really what's going to happen.
Time in office, the military is riddled with double agent.
It's a war crime? According to who?
Also, if I'm not mistaken, they killed any other political opponent that would be taking that position. So I think that's also another reason why Trump is doing this. If I'm not mistaken.
Somebody that can't hold us accountable, that's who.
From Cuba who are looking for just such coups in the planning. But it is also what you do to try to show force that would do something like the U.S. has done in Iran or in Yemen, a series of strikes that do a lot of damage but don't put U.S. troops on the ground in harm's way.
Exactly.
What is Venezuela's military equipped?
That's exactly what's going to happen. 100%.
Forte, the executive director of 1776 Project Pact, was there handing out the shirts, and he joins me now. Stefano, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Stefano, it's the statue from like PewDiePie's old videos. Stefano.
In New York, there's tons of conservatives. You just have to find them. But you got a firsthand feel for the crowd this weekend. So what was it like for you?
Bro, shave that. Whatever the fuck that is on your face, it don't look right. Shave that. Like you got the nice upper, you got this nice patch here. You need to either trim this shit because you look fucking weird because like his beard is fluffed out further than his hairline and it's weird. It looks kind of like a fucked up Jack Black. Shave that. I know, it looks fake. Just trim it, bro. Trim it. You gotta make that shit look, you gotta make it like, look like it's, you don't have more hair on your face than you do on your freaking head. Like, come on.
Well, first off, thank you for having me on. This
bro looks like his face, oh my God, bro. I'm so sorry. That's just fucking hair. That's the hair on the back of his head. He's got long hair. I feel bad now. That's not his beard. Bro! That's the back of his head. Oh my God, bro, you gotta change that shit.
It was excited. These shirts were like magnets for people. People came over. They knew immediately that we were honoring Charlie Kirk. We have to give all the credit to the TPUSA team, Benny Johnson, Jack Posobiec, being out there handing out these shirts. It really was magnetic. It was joyous. It was a celebration of Charlie's life. And that shirt has become just so iconic. One word, freedom, encapsulates everything that Charlie was about, everything that he stood for, everything that he believed in. It was a warm reception in the middle of deep blue Manhattan. And I think this is a sign to come that if we meet voters where we at, if we meet people where they're at with a
Now, why
convincing
the hell they got
message,
Christmas lights up? Thanksgiving's not over yet. Take that shit down.
people are going to be
Yeah, to make them guys take that shit down so they put it back up the day after Thanksgiving next week.
Towards it.
You know, I want to talk about that shirt too, because as much as you would hope that there wouldn't be any negativity, I'm sure you did run into some negativity, probably not too much with where you were. But I can just imagine him confronting these people head on and having a conversation with them about their differences. So why is it so important now more than ever to really follow in Charlie's footsteps and do just that?
Of course, we had a couple of passers-by who were none too pleased with the shirts and us handing out the shirts. They showed us their favorite finger as they walked by, but we made sure to pray for them.
Yo, they got flipped off? I'm not surprised.
We made sure to honor Charlie's legacy by trying to engage in some sort of conversation, but it just shows how vitriolic the left is. This wasn't some sort of tabling event. This wasn't some sort of event where there was some sort of animosity or there was like a debate going on. We were just handing out free shirts at Madison Square Garden before the UFC fight, and they decided, you know, they're going to flip us the bird as they went by. But it shows how vitriolic they've become. Some people were saying, we're happy he's dead. It was really, really disgusting to see those people, but I don't want that to overshadow how joyous most of the interactions were. And honestly, there is a part of the left now, the radical DSA left, that no longer wants to have a conversation. They no longer want to debate in good faith. They're looking to completely dominate, and they're looking to laugh in the face of their enemies, even if that's political assassination. It's truly, truly disgusting. But we're doing everything we can to find those people that want to have a conversation. As president of the New York Young Republican Club, we have been tabling at colleges, most recently Baruch, and there are plenty of people that want to hear an alternative messaging than the indoctrination that is going on college campuses.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder if these people's minds who think that way and have it in them to say these vile things and remarks, if their minds can be rehabilitated. So it does make you wonder.
Rehabilitated? I don't like the way she said that. That's creepy. That's kind of creepy, I'm not going to lie. I just don't understand how you could be happy that someone like that died. He didn't even do anything. He was just a speaker. That's all he did. Like, I don't know. All right.
Washington
so apparently, teen's bridge escape ends in sudden tragedy. Let me guess, the bozo dropped off?
Patrol trooper attempted to stop a black BMW driving without plates. The vehicle fled, triggering a brief pursuit across the Ship Canal Bridge in Seattle, ultimately leading to a moment no officer expects to witness.
Jesus, man, that's high. Bro, I'm terrified. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If I was on a bridge like that, I don't think I could stop. Like, if I was getting pulled over by the cops, I would probably have to get to the other side. I couldn't get out on that bridge like that. I couldn't do it. I ain't even gonna lie, dude. I'd probably have to wait till I get to the other side. I'd be like creeping down, but I'd be like, please don't make me stop. Please don't make me stop on the fucking bridge, man. Please. Because if I get out, bro, I'm gonna shit myself. Not on a bridge, man. Please, not on a bridge.
And he's crashing out. 453 Seattle, North 5, north of Lakeview. He's got emergency traffic. He's just before Ship Canal.
Bro, that is high.
453 Seattle.
He's high up there.
Step out of the vehicle! Hey! Get out! Then put your hands up now! Put your hands up! Stay right there! Do you understand? Turn around! Turn around, walk back to the sound of my voice! 453 Seattle, I have one at gunpoint.
What the fuck? Bro just like jumped off. There's no way he lived through that. There's no way.
Who else is in the car?
It's a two-seater car. How many people you think you gonna squeeze in that car? Come on. What do you think? It's like a clown car? Come on.
I have the driver out of the vehicle. Passenger jumped over the bridge.
Yeah, no shit. Like, if he jumped over the bridge, that's on him, bro. God damn. How fucking stupid do you have? That's natural selection. That's what that is. Them brain synapses weren't firing the right way. I mean, I feel bad to an extent, but not really. You want to go around and, like, cause collisions because you don't know how to fucking get a license plate for that car, man? That's on you.
Put your arms out like an airplane. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Stay right there. I'm not moving.
Oh, that's so fucking high. Bro! You dumbass! You know this stupid fuck looked over before he jumped. You fucking moron.
453 Seattle, I have one detained at the moment, not handcuffed. The passenger jumped over the bridge and he does not seem alive. He's currently down on the streets, unconscious. Can you start aid?
Shit. Ain't no way, bro. He's probably nothing but mush down there now. I ain't even gonna lie. Bro, what the fuck? You fucking dumbass.
Were you driving the vehicle? I was not driving the vehicle, sir. Was that your friend?
Well, that problem solved itself, didn't it?
I see how he is moving. I'm trying to get you an intersection right now.
425 to 131. I'm on Harvard Ave. Do you see me approaching the pedestrian?
Slow, right here. You got my light?
425, yeah, I see him.
Oh, just handcuff his fucking body on the ground. He'll be alright. Tell him to quit being a pussy and walk it off.
How old are you?
You know, I strongly believe in if you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Well, if you don't want to be fucking handcuffed to the ground bleeding out, then don't jump off a bridge.
What are you guys doing?
Come on, I know I'm being harsh, but like, there should have been a moment whenever he was looking over the side of the fucking bridge and he was like, nope, that's too high. I ain't doing that. Where was that moment at? It's like his brain just flubbed. Like, come on. Like, even if you fucking lived through that, what part of you was like, I'm not about to break both my fucking legs? Come on.
No.
God damn, bro.
Hey folks, hey, I'm Trooper Cleet back here at the Washington State Patrol. Just so you guys know you're being audio video recorded here. Was your vehicle struck in the process here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, on the back, on the front,
I got
vehicle as well.
I think the one up there with the other police.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey kid, can you hear me? All right, what hurts? Everything hurts?
Oh no, I'm going to hell. What hurts? Everything hurts, okay. Oh no! Oh, it makes it even worse because I was an EMT, bro. It just like if I roll up to somebody and I see the cop asking him what hurts, and you just hear, everything. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Bro just jumped off a bridge to escape the police. Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
Okay,
my
just
stomach
stick with
hurts
me,
so
okay?
bad.
I'm gonna see if they're bringing anyone.
I don't think they realized that it was that far when they jumped, and they thought it was a normal one, but they jumped and then they landed. We got 2 units down there. And
Yeah, I can see that. He's not bleeding.
Hey, cross current over there. Oh, dude.
Very schmoly. Yeah, that's a good jump.
Hey, stay with me.
Oh,
You starting to
fuck, man.
Freaking 8.
It looks like 8's
Oh, fuck.
what do you think he was? What did he jump like knowing that it was that high? No, I don't know. We have drivers.
Oh, that broke me, dude.
Passenger, okay.
I needed that laugh today, man. I needed that.
So,
Oh, fuck.
he said
It's so
The
bad.
other guy was the driver. He did jump
I'm making so much fun of this poor dude. I kind of feel bad for him now.
this side. Okay, where did that guy get out of? He got out of the passenger side as well. So we don't know who the driver is.
Oh,
Not a
fuck.
He was with another kid that they were
He
racing.
even said
and
he
hit
thinks
another
he's
car
a
and he
boy
tried to run
dick.
away and jumped over the. Yeah, that's like a.
Oh, no. Oh,
don't blame you.
you fucking moron. Like, just look at how high that is. That's like a 5-story fucking house over there. And you think you were going to live through that, bro? What the fuck?
Well, I know he knew how high this was. I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I don't know. What's your line? Where you at? Well, noon yet.
Bro, I couldn't do that. Whoa, I can't do that. I had to go to an overturned 18-wheeler once that was on like... So it was like a lane that kept going. It was single lane and then another single lane that kind of went that way. And it was like over a bunch of houses and shit, bro. The whole time I was there, I was shaking. I was like, dude, hurry up and get this fucking 18-wheeler out the fucking way, man. I want to get the fuck off this bridge. I want to get the fuck off this bridge. Bro, I take one look at that. You wouldn't even have to worry about catching me. My ass would pass out if I look over that ledge and I see that. Bro.
They're calling you. Call me.
Hi. Hello. So for the guy down there, are there injuries on his face that would be consistent with like impacting a windshield? We're trying to figure out who the driver was.
I don't know how the fuck you would look over the side of that and not be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Like, what the fuck was that even? What was that thought process?
Like front injuries like that. He thought.
That's crazy, bro.
You said your left?
Yeah.
This one right here?
Yep.
Okay.
I just don't want to rip the stitches and open it.
I got you. Let me just loosen them up a little bit.
Nah, he looked over before he leapt, dude. Like, there's no way. Like, even so, you could look at the horizon and see how high up you are. Nah, bro, there's no way.
Should be fine.
You a little better?
A little bit. As good as it's gonna get.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Anything else?
He doesn't play CSGO.
I just want to know if he's okay. If you can let me know as soon as you can.
That bro's not gonna be okay. I can tell you just about how he landed. There's no fucking way he's okay. He landed on the concrete even. Actually, you know what? No, I think he landed on the concrete and then he crawled his way over to the grass.
We need to get with Connor and look with him, because if you look at it, this person's wearing a seatbelt.
So Nunez said that he didn't see any seatbelt marks.
Okay, so let's look at this guy. The next thing I need to do is get a chaplain, because at that point we're going to want to do a notification of kin, and I will...
Oh, he's dead, bro. That's it. He's done. Notification of kin. He's dead. He died. Dumb motherfucker leapt to his death.
Where's the address?
Man, that one brain cell caused the entire brain to shut down permanently. Bro's in rest mode now.
You want us to go and do that?
I'm not asking troopers to do a sergeant's job. You can come with if you want, and I get that. Notification kins are sucky enough, as you know, so I appreciate the offer. Okay, we don't know...
Bro, if I have a kid, and I got a cop knocking on my door saying the dumb motherfucker jumped off a bridge to escape the police, I'd shake that cop's hand and say, good riddance. That was not going to be a contributing member to society. I tell you that much. Because he had one of two places he was going. To jail or off the side of that bridge. And, I guess it kind of worked itself out, didn't it?
We can't prove who's driver, so even if there is an impairment problem, we can't go with the DUI because we can't prove who is driving, okay? We have nothing on him, so at this point, we can drive him off. However, my worry is if we give him his phone, he reaches out to said family before we could properly do notification of kit. I sit here on the conundrum of, let's keep him here, but he just saw his friend jump.
Have a frank conversation with him, like, hey man, there is this way of doing things that is respectful for the family.
Okay, you can come in case I jack this up.
Okay, so they're gonna tell him.
So I can just first name.
My name is Caleb.
Caleb? Okay, Caleb. So right now, you say you're the passenger.
I am the passenger.
Okay, so your friend,
Yeah.
unfortunately, has passed away from jumping off the bridge. Okay? Okay. I'm being upfront with you on this. Because right now, we have no legal grounds to hold you, but there is a very respectful way of us going, because my next stop, once I'm done with the scene, is to the house that has on file, which I'm guessing this is parents' house. It is very respectful for them to probably find out from me and not you go running and telling people beforehand.
I understand.
Okay? I'm being very upfront because the two ways I go is I make you sit here and I understand your friend passed away and I'm trying to be very respectful and courteous of you, but that's why I told you.
I understand.
I don't need you to now
Bro
go.
does not give a shit. He's like, yeah, you gonna take these cuffs off me? And all I gotta do is not tell tell the parents of that dumbass friend that jumped off the bridge that he did himself in. Yeah, I got you. Shit. And you don't know who was driving? Fuck, man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna hear nothing from me.
Broadcast it to the world prior to me being able to go do and talk to his parents.
I'm not gonna do any of that, sir. I'm probably gonna take time to process what happened.
Yep.
And I've known him for like 9 years.
Okay.
I grew up with him through middle school.
Okay. Does he still live with his parents at that address? And that's why I'm trying to be upfront with you, because as a parent, I would want to find out in a respectful manner, and we're trying to be as respectful as we can to everybody. We all make mistakes.
You said you can't hold me, right? Can I at least come with you guys to talk to?
Not when I do this, no.
No?
No.
Where do I go?
Okay, I would probably have him drive you home.
Okay.
I'm being respectful towards you. I'm being very upfront with you. I'm sorry about your friend's loss. I am truly sorry.
What do you think, man? So we got one.
Look at how high that is. You know he looked down before he fucking jumped. Look at how it's like 2 levels above the telephone wire. Like, there's no way, bro. What the fuck was he thinking? This is a 3-story building. This is a 3-story building. You can tell because it's got 2 balconies. Like, bro, what the fuck was he thinking?
No, that building right there. Yeah. So let's see. 1, 2, 3.
It towers above that even. That must have been easily like 7 or 8 stories.
5, maybe add another 5. Yeah, 10 stories, huh? 100 feet. Yeah, that's crazy. Another 5 to 6.
Fucking moron.
That's just crazy, man. I honestly don't know if he knew if
It's funny enough, there's actually a way that you can tell. It's something that you have to do as an EMT and as a firefighter whenever you're like sizing up a building whenever it's on fire. It's like the reason why they're doing it as well is because they have to put that in a report, just the same as us. Whenever we had to do the stuff, like I had to do actual patient reports whenever I did my stuff, my ride-arounds with the ambulance. But like you have to be able to size up a building based on how high up you are. I fucking hated it, dude. I hated it.
Anything on the other side.
It's fine to do when you're on the ground, but whenever you're like doing that, fuck this.
Maybe that it wasn't that tall, or like
You realized midair.
Yeah. where were you guys coming from?
We were coming from Alki.
Alki?
Yeah.
Oh, Alki Beach. It wasn't for that car meet thing.
Bro probably didn't have any leg bones when he landed, but shit probably like disintegrated in his body, dude.
Did he take anything? Or? No.
Like 10 stories? That's high. Like death wasn't instantaneous, but it wasn't long, that's for sure. That's a long fall. That oof.
Kicking was like very cool.
Just thinking about like that drop too. Oof.
I knew what was going on. I looked up and I saw 2 cars in front of us. I looked at him. I said, "I'm lucky. I'm unscathed."
Did he say anything?
Nope.
What did he do?
He just got out the driver's seat, hopped out the car, and I guess hopped off the bridge. Can you check in the passenger side door? The passenger side has a little pull down thing. It's my keys to my house. I see it on the driver's side. I think it's on the driver's side actually. Yeah, it's on the driver's side.
The pocket of the driver's side?
Yep.
Why is it in the driver's side door?
I
Oh. Probably should have left him keys there, huh, bud?
I was watching the car earlier for him because we were doing Uber Eats, so I put him in the driver's side. Sir, I wasn't driving, I promise you.
What a first Friday night back.
He just told me that he wanted me to look for his house keys and they may have been in the driver's side of the door. I asked him why were they in the driver's side.
Like I said, we can't prove anything. So,
As officers continue processing the scene, one task remains, notifying the family of the deceased. Meanwhile, the surviving occupant is taken in for questioning to determine who was truly behind the wheel.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn, they might get him here.
I heard somebody moving upstairs. Hi, Sergeant Armstrong of the Washington State Patrol.
It does make me wonder, because he was the first guy that... Was he the first guy that got out? Who was the first one that got out? Nah, dude, he was in the driver's... He was in the passenger seat. Bro was in the driver's seat. There's no way. Nah, he got out and immediately jumped. There's no fucking way, dude. Nah, bro was in the driver's seat. Nuh-uh.
I heard somebody moving upstairs. Hi, Sergeant Armstrong of the Washington State Patrol. Hi, are you the parents of Craig Lewis? Okay, are we able to come in real quick? Okay.
Is he okay?
We'll talk about that in a second. Is there anybody else in the house?
My wife is coming down.
Your wife is? Okay.
She's gone downstairs. Is he alive?
So.
Is my son alive?
So I regret to inform you, unfortunately, your son passed away today.
What?
Yes, ma'am. So, unfortunately, one of our troopers attempted to stop a car her son was in. Whoever was driving took off, and then it came to a stop because of the damage on the Ship Canal Bridge. And then your son exited the door, and I'm guessing went to thinking it was just a normal little shoulder, jumped over, not realizing, and unfortunately fell. The body's with King County Medical Examiner. You can reach out, and they will reach out.
I have to reach out.
No, they will reach out. I'll gather your information, and I'll get that information to the King County Medical.
You can't blame the fucking police. Your fucking son literally, like, jumped off a fucking bridge. That's his own dumbass fault. Maybe you should have been a better fucking parent.
Examiner, so.
It's not the police's fault that you raised a retard that jumps off of fucking bridges.
So he's an officer. We're just chaplains. Can I put you?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
This is something he can't do.
No, you don't get to cry.
But he's the one that doesn't get the cry.
That's why I don't offer hugs, because as a
Yeah, you need to keep.
as a father,
Oh yeah.
I can only imagine. So I'm sorry.
There was someone else in the car.
Yes.
Do we know who it was?
It was one of his friends.
Did he have long with a Caleb?
I don't know the name off the top of my mind.
Is that person alive? Do you know what he looks like? He had long hair.
Long hair and facial hair.
Is he alive?
Yes, ma'am.
He was driving.
We don't know who was driving. So they both got out of the passenger side. So we don't know. We're working to determine that, and I don't have that answer.
Well, no, if he was driving, then why did boy jump off the side of the goddamn bridge? That don't make no sense. Why the fuck was he the one that, like, what the fuck?
For you.
Where is Caleb right now?
He is with our detectives right now answering his questions.
So could you walk us through the events of what happened? We were going to the University District. We were going pretty fast, and I told him to slow down. He decided to slow down, but obviously not before Officer, what's his name, Jane, noticed that we were going too fast. And then after that, all I know is that he sped up, we hit like two cars, spun out on the side of the bridge. And then next thing you know, he's climbing over me, jumps off the bridge. So he was going pretty fast, and then I told him to slow down, and we got over a couple lanes, and then I noticed the cop was right there, because I didn't want him to hit the cop. So I was like, hey, slow down, there's a cop right there. And then the cop ended up slowing down, Officer James. He ended up slowing down. And then my friend, he ended up driving right past him. And then I guess he didn't stop when James lit up his lights and continued going. So.
And what is your friend's name?
His name is Craig.
Craig, say anything to you?
Nope, nothing. My friend just speeds up and just starts going. At that point, I can't really. I'm not the driver. I can't. I mean, the most I can say is stop. But if he doesn't stop, I'm at the mercy of him at that point.
And what happens after this collision?
The car spins out. I guess the tires were. We weren't stopping for a minute. The tires were messed up. I don't know if the front tires were messed up. It felt like they were.
Okay.
He was trying to hit the brakes, and we were sliding pretty fast into the wall. Okay. We slowed down in time, and then I know Officer Jang, he pushes up against the wall, and then yeah, he climbed over me. I was trying to get out, and then he climbed over me. It was all split second. It was like boom, 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 all right after each other. There was no room for any of us to talk. Nothing. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Did Craig try to open the driver's door first?
I don't know. I just thought I was trying to get out because I mean the cop was there. I wasn't gonna run nothing. I was just getting out, make myself known. Hey, I'm here.
You said he climbed over you, to exit through the
passage
through your door.
Yep.
The reason why he would do that, why he would.
Man, I don't know. I've known him for however long, and I don't know why he did what he did. I'll be honest. I really don't. It was just split second bad decision making. I mean, I was trying to get out. He stopped me from getting out. He like put his arm over me. He was like, no. Or he didn't say no, but like he like put his arm over me and he started climbing down. And I was stuck for a minute. So I was like,
anytime during the day, drugs or alcohol consumed?
I had a little bit because I wasn't driving. I smoked a little bit. That was it. I know Craig, he smoked a little bit. I didn't let him drink no alcohol. I told him, I was like, if you drink alcohol, I'm not letting you drive. I'll take the blame for driving the car. I'd rather that than him. It's too late now, but.
Is Craig familiar with the stretch of I-5? And I don't know where you guys live, so is this something he drives regularly, comes down here regularly?
I grew up here, he grew up here. I'm sure he has a general knowledge of the roads.
Well, the reason I asked, right, is
maybe? I don't know.
the rail, do they think it's grass?
It's kind of jacked that he would just, choose to go over the rail than to be shot. I mean,
the one thing I did hear him say, like as the crash was happening, was we're going towards the water. That after that, it went dead silent. I didn't hear anything else from him.
Did you know that what was behind the barrier?
oh, maybe he thought that it was over the water. Even at that height, if you hit the water, you're gonna die. It doesn't matter anything, like at that height, you're gonna die if you hit the water. The water has a lot of surface tension. Unless you break that surface tension prior, you're cooked.
I had a feeling it was either going to be water and it was going to hit the water pretty hard, or it was concrete. And I'm assuming it was concrete.
So you said Craig's climbing over you. Can you just tell me more about that? Like, how did the door get open? What did you see as he's exiting out the door?
I had opened it when we were going towards the bridge just in case the car did.
I did see the door open. By the way, he might actually be telling the truth because whenever the collision happened, the door was open. The passenger side door was open.
I was gonna hop out. I'm not going over this bridge. So I opened it and it was open as we were coming up to the bridge. And then I guess he saw it as a quickest way out and just climbed over me and took the chance to climb over it.
Did you know where Craig had gone at that point? Did you see him go over the barrier?
Yes. It was.
You can't see anything because of how the lighting is. You can't see through the back of the car at all.
See what Craig was doing. Saw him jump, looked back at the cop and was like.
Do you remember feeling the seatbelt tighten up or anything?
I felt something.
Can you show us, if you're willing, to see if there's any bruising or marks from the seatbelt on your shoulders?
I don't think there's going to be anything there. I'm pretty thick.
And there may not be with thicker clothing and...
See any marks at all?
No. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is it okay if we have other questions, if we follow up with you? We can call the phone number you gave us?
Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you guys need to do. I lost my best friend.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that. And yeah.
Did you see how bad it was?
But why go through the trouble?
I did not go down there, so no, I saw just a couple pictures from the medical examiner's office and broken legs and stuff, but nothing like super traumatic. That was just
damn, that sucks.
So the troops did everything they could by doing CPR and whatnot. Just what they could do. Are you able to give him a ride home? Or?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Damn, bro, that really sucks.
Alright, man. I'm just gonna make sure that you get inside safe, okay? I'll see you later, man.
The deceased was identified as 19-year-old Craig Lewis, who jumped from the Ship Canal Bridge after a short pursuit involving a vehicle with no license plate. Investigators interviewed the surviving occupant, Caleb, who is not suspected of any wrongdoing. No charges were ever filed.
Damn, bro. That sucks. No charges were ever filed. That's it. So even if he was in the driver's seat, he got his story straight before, Damn, man. That's crazy. Bro didn't even have to die. He threw himself off a bridge. What a dumbass. I can't, I want to feel sorry for him, but I just can't. He's just stupid. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream early today. I have to because I've got apartment management coming over to do some weird-ass inspection. I don't fucking know. I'm hoping they come into the bedroom so I can sue them for money, but I don't think they will. Tomorrow and every day after today should be a normal stream. It should be, unless something else fucking weird happens. Like if they come in and they're like, oh, ho, 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 ho. I don't know. It's supposed to be for, like, safety? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I thought it was yesterday, but I was wrong, and I misread the fucking paper. So I'm gonna hop off of this biatch, and be back on tomorrow bright and early. Y'all stay safe out there, stay friendly. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early. Tomorrow will be a normal stream, so catch me tomorrow, man. Peace. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you